Now, at this point, what is the biggest misconception of you? What's a viewer opinion that is incorrect people have about you?
Two things. Number one is people assume that I'm like, I ain't gonna say a hoe, because I feel like that word is too much. But people assume that I'm just real boy-friendly, you know? So they assume that I'm real boy-friendly, and they also assume that I'm messy. But that's some people. I feel like at the end of the day, that's still haters at the end of the day. So that's two things. The boy-friendly one is because I'm a very boy-friendly girl, meaning like I don't rock with girls like that. We don't click. I tried it so many times, plentiful times, and it never worked out between me and girls. I don't know if it's because I'm real opinionated. I don't know if it's because I'm honest, blunt, and I don't sugarcoat anything when it comes to me, you know, friendship-wise. But with boys, I kind of click with guys better. Like, we don't argue. We don't fall out about nothing serious. It's real like, okay, yeah, like, I can rock with this person. Versus women, I cannot. So when I would be, you know, doing videos and making content with guys, different guys, they'll be like, oh my gosh, she always in a boy phase. She a hoe. She doing this. She doing that. But in reality, they don't know, like, I've never been intimate with these guys at all. Like, I'm not even that type of person. So it's kind of like they would just misconstrue it. I really feel like they misconstrue it because I hang out with a lot of good looking guys. So in their mind, they like, oh, if I was kicking it with this guy behind closed doors, we'll probably do some stuff. But that's not my thinking. Like, yeah, they attractive, but you know what I'm saying? So what? You know what I mean? So that, and the messy part is because me being an influencer, I've been an influencer for a very long time. I used to get cyber bullied a lot when I was younger, especially when I was just coming up on social media. And I used to be quiet, or I used to cry about it, or I used to just be depressed about it. But now it's like, you're not finna bully me. So I'm gonna say something. But it's crazy because when I say something, that's when they're like, oh my gosh, she messy, she always in something. When in reality, it's like, nah, like, y'all just not finna bully me. Like, I'm gonna take up for myself, you know?
What is your sexuality, for the record?
Sexuality? Like, what? Like, if I like girls or guys?
Yes.
Oh, I'm straight. I'm straight. Yeah.
Because you're straight and you like boys, you like men, I don't know what word you use nowadays.
Guys,
okay, guys.
Men,
okay.
men.
Is there a difference?
It is a difference.
Okay,
There's definitely a difference.
Okay, boys, guys, men.
Guys is probably the same thing as boys and men. But boys is like, I feel like 18 and under. And men is like 21 and up, in my book.
So where's the 18 to 21 club?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably young men.
Now, when it comes to males, how about I just use that phrase?
Yeah,
okay.
cool.
When it comes to males, because you are friends with boys, sorry, I'm getting the...
No,
okay, because
with
you're...
males.
Okay, yeah. Because you're friends with males, and you also romantically like males as well.
Right.
Do the males that are your friends ever get mixed signals? Do they ever question, okay, are we just a friendship phase, or is there something more?
Yeah.
Has that ever happened? Do you establish those boundaries right away? Has somebody started as a friend and moved up to something more romantic?
So with that, I have had a lot of that, especially with guys that I was romantically involved with. Be either insecure, jealous, or just didn't agree with the fact that I hung out with so many guys. But I pretty much tell them flat out, like, hey, like, I got a lot of guy friends. This what it is. If you trust me, trust me. If you don't, let me know, because that means we shouldn't even be together anyway if you don't trust me. But no, seriously though, when I do be in relationships, I'm not gonna say I cut my guy friends off, but I kind of just keep things at a minimum. So I may, hit them up sometime, text them, check up on them, but it's never like, oh, like, let's hang out, let's go here, let's go to the movies, let's go out to Andretti's, something like that. It's never that. Like, I pause it at that. It's like I can just go with my man at that point. So it's never a problem. But it is a problem when I have events Because it's like, I got to invite my friends. So I kind of just make it to where I invite my guy friends, but I just keep my romantically, like my boyfriend close to me, like the whole entire event. So he won't think nothing crazy.
Have any of your male friends, once you have a boyfriend, do they ever feel some type of way now that, not that they're cut off, but there is more of a distance between you two?
Like I said, a lot of my guy friends are not emotional. I feel like maybe a female would feel offended, but a lot of my guy friends are pretty understandable. They're like, oh yeah, she got a man now. I'm not tripping. They do their own thing. I do my own thing. So yeah.
Now, out of 100%, right, if we had a pie chart, with your experience so far in romantic relationships, what percentage of males, boyfriends, that you've been with were okay that you had all these all these male friends?
So I only had like 3 real boyfriends my whole
Okay.
entire life. So probably like 50%. Because it's like, they'll be offended with it, but then they'll just be like, all right, like, I'm going to just get over it. Or it's like, I don't give them anything to, second guess, So, yeah.
Because of these 2 misconceptions you provided with us today, have you lost or gained opportunities because of that?
The opportunities I've lost was just with future romantic relationships. So when a new guy come in my life, first of all, any new guy that come in my life, I just tell them straight up, don't watch my YouTube channel. Like, you don't want to. Like, it's not important because, I feel like that's acting or that's, I'm not going to say putting on, but it's kind of more so like it's just entertainment. So you can't really say, like, I'm making money off this. You know what I mean? So I kind of just let them know, like, hey, don't watch it. But if they watch it, I peep the energy. Like, they'll just be like, yeah, so you still hanging out with, or what you and what's the name had going on? Then just be like, I told you not to watch my YouTube channel. That's on you.
And speaking of messy, what is your opinion of the Shade Room teens?
Oh my God. I feel like, so you got the Shade Room and you got the Shade Room teens. The Shade Room, I feel like is kind of okay because it's adults. Like these, influencers or people that's in the entertainment industry, they're of age. So they can take,
Take your time.
I feel like they can take the wrath. You know what I'm saying? Versus the teens, it's kind of like, man, we so young. So it's kind of like when we just get that backlash, it's kind of different. I mean, I don't care. Like, I've been doing this for so long, I'm kind of numb to it now. But I feel like the Shade Room teens, I just feel like they just make a lot of young entrepreneurs or young influencers look bad. You know what I mean? Yeah, they just make them look bad. Versus the Shade Room, I feel like it's fine. Because I feel like on the Shade Room, they talk about more people that's older or that's been in the industry for years that's making mad bread. You know what I mean? So it's like, they don't care. They rich, Versus the Shade Room teens, it's like, damn, like, they paint us young influencers as, like, bad sometimes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But, yeah.
When it comes to you, have they posted positive and negative posts about you?
They sometime me. I feel like they post more negative stuff about me than positive. And I also be peeping the pick and choosies too. Like, if it's like maybe, how can I say it? So let's say if I have an argument with an influencer, they'll post that quicker than they post like, oh, ChyTheGreatest just started a new business, or congratulations to ChyTheGreatest for buying her new home. Like, I feel like they quick to post drama than like positive stuff of me. I can't speak for other people, but when it comes to me, I don't know. I just don't think they really care to share the positive side of me. But it's okay. I ain't tripping.
How does this work, okay, when it comes to the Shade Room teens? Do they ask for your approval, or do they hit you up before they actually post about you?
Hell no. They just straight up post you. They don't, like, whatever happened at that moment, they post it. They don't ask you if it's okay, because I feel like so they understand it's public. We about to post it. They never, ever came to me about anything or, hey, China, is this okay? Never. They just post it. Like, I'll be scrolling, and out of the blue, I'll see, oh, ChyTheGreatest, and da-da-da-da. I'll be like, what the fuck? Y'all quick. So, yeah.
Have you ever asked them to take a post down?
I have. I do believe I asked them to take a post down. Yes, I have. I have.
Did they listen? Did they do it?
No, they didn't. They didn't. I think they was like, what they say? I think they just made up an excuse like, oh, girl, it's okay, and da-da-da. I'm like, bruh, delete that shit.
Why did you want it removed? Was it because it was untrue, or you just didn't want it out there?
It was true, 100% true. I just thought I felt violated. So basically, I was with an ex at the time, and me and him fell out on really bad terms, and I went public about the situation. I think I did a story time on my YouTube channel about it. So basically, like, my fan base, like, immediately started bashing him, trying to get his page deleted, like, just really on my side 100%. And maybe a week or so later, me and him, I think he came to Walmart with me. I was doing some grocery shopping. He came to Walmart with me, and somebody behind us or around us, I didn't even know. I didn't even peep it. They basically recorded us. It was like, oh, ChyTheGreatest spotted with her ex that she told everybody she's not with anymore. And they posted it. So now it's like, I'm feeling bad because, I mean, yeah, the nigga did me wrong, but it's like, can I be dumb in peace? Like, and then I didn't even take him back at that time. Like, we were in talks. It's kind of like, it was a situation where he stopped by, apologized, and I just happened to be going to Walmart at the time, and he just came because he wanted to help me take the bags upstairs. So when they did that, I was like, bro, it's not even like that. Like, it's not even like that. Like, we ain't even back yet, and y'all already bashing us. So it's kind of like they just started bashing me like, oh, you're dumb, or you made us dislike him, and you back with him. Just real judgy. You know how it be. So, yeah.
What was the relationship between you and your ex after that because of this post? Did the post contribute to any
conflict?
Any future outcome of where this relationship was headed?
You want to know something? It's so crazy you said that because around that same night, I believe that he was checking the comments frequently. And I believe folks was like, what's his Instagram? What's his Instagram? And he was like, he was just in the comments like, oh, just basically trying to make it seem like, just say, hey, y'all, this is me. This is my Instagram right here. So he was like, oh, y'all wild, or just commenting back to people. And I felt like that was clout chasing. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't doing that until he got posted. So when he saw the attention it brought, he was like, oh, yeah, like, this is golden. Like, I got to keep this going. So I felt like it was real clout chasing, and once I spotted that, cut him off quick.
Did you tell him why?
I did. I said, I just felt like you attention seeking. I just felt like he wasn't trying to be a boyfriend or be a relationship with me. More of a, oh, I'm just with this girl because she gets a lot of attention. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And do you think the Shade Room Teens contributes to the messiness?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, especially they little slick comments. Like, not they comments, but they captions. Oh, it be so shady. It be real shady. Yeah.
If somebody from the Shade Room Teens was watching this clip here, is there anything you would say to them?
Let me think.
Like, do you want them to stop posting you? Do you want them to stop posting negative stuff about you?
I would probably say if somebody asks you to delete something, delete it, because it can cause them emotional distress. It can cause them, problems at home. And I know it's like I feel like y'all already got like a lot of content that y'all can, eat off of or get views and stuff off of. So it's like if somebody say delete something, it's for a reason. I feel like y'all should delete it.